Well, you're going to have to start acknowledging your creditors, and you're going to have to stop pretending that when you let a bunch of old men drive around in a young woman, that it's the old man that did the work. Because when you don't acknowledge your creditors, it has a way of defaulting, and even if you knock off a head of state in another country, it has a way of catching up with you. What am I looking at here? Well, I just realized it was 10 days after June 12th that somebody ended up seizing my access to my own account. Presumably there was some sort of medical misinformation. It wasn't medical misinformation. It was a misrepresentation of intelligence activities when what it really was pension fraud. And exactly the kind of pension fraud I caught in 2019. Pension fraud involving the Central Intelligence Agency. And there's some sort of alleged implication that they were supposed to be involved in election monitoring, but when you're literally rigging the elections in order to launder assets out of people that are actually qualified for public office, in order to infiltrate the government with organized crime operatives, based upon their access to the expropriation of other people's human capital, well, you can get a problem. Now, are you going to be able to successfully knock me off before I go into this? What's this say right here? Let's go up a second, because what you should have gotten to was Title what? Title 5? What does this say? What's this say here? Title 6, Other Department of Defense Programs. Defense Health Program, would that qualify as health? Would that? Okay, how about chemical agents and munitions destruction defense? And they got some numbers in here. Drug interdiction and counter-drug activities. Defense. See, I'm concerned because the only way I got inside is somebody else was able to hustle a syringe exchange program for $15 million. It took 30 days from the day she or her campaign supporters placed the hedge until she got it appropriated in a late night session under civil rights appropriations. I saw it on TV myself. What I didn't see was this. I didn't see this until the end of the summer, when I was going through what was supposed to be going on in connection with appropriations, right? And you know what this would have been? This would have been exactly 10 years after the appropriations that were laid down in 2009 for the same areas. What's this say? Defense Health Program, Chemical Agents and Munitions Destruction. 10 years later, what's it look like? Well, they don't have the same kind of correlation in the record, but I'm sure if I look the bill up, right? What does it say down here? Drug interdiction and counter-drug activities. Okay, the problem is when you guys pulled that fancy little stunt in November with the emergency appropriations, where you pretty much hijacked everything, a part of the DOD budget, and accepted emergency appropriations for nothing but Department of Homeland Security activities, along with Medicare. What happened to this? What happened to this? Because this is what you would have needed in order to be able to make what had already been laid down 10 years earlier, so that by the time I contact your asses in April, you already have everything you need in place. Oh, well, I'm sorry. It seems there's something else you were in, more important here, and I just found this. What? Central Intelligence Agency, Retirement and Disability System Fund. But it gets really, really good here, because we go down a bit. Do I need to take my glasses off? Will you not take me as seriously if I don't have my glasses on? Let's see. Here, terrorism. Whoa, what's this say? Wait, what's this say? Section 8098. None of the funds appropriated or otherwise made available by this or any other act may be used by the Secretary of Defense or any other official or officer of the Department of Defense to enter into a contract, memorandum of understanding, or cooperative agreement with, or make a grant to, or provide a loan or guarantee to Russo-Boron Export or any subsidiary of Russo-Boron Export. And then it goes down, talks about consultation with the Secretary of State and the Director of National Intelligence. Right here. Going down, B2. The armed forces of the Russian Federation have withdrawn from Crimea other than armed forces present on military bases subject to agreements in force between the government of the Russian Federation and the government of the Ukraine. Agents of the Russian Federation have ceased taking active measures to destabilize the control of the government of Ukraine over eastern Ukraine. On and on and on. Under the Central Intelligence Retirement Fund, you have all of these special implications, transfer of funds, regarding transfer of funds. So what did you do? Did you just decide that you would take what was supposed to be for actual chemical weapons destruction and disposal and swap it out with actual fucking drug deals brokered through the Department of State, and then launder all of that to your friends of the private sector? So that you can fucking use and abuse the alleged CIA retirement system to try to extort everybody in this country to covering up for your organized crime? And did you just what? Not keep track of the bills yourself? It's right fucking here! The problem is, I made my June 12th, 2021 benchmarks. You were the ones that lied and said I was supposed to be a goddamn fucking drug dealer, as opposed to actually dealing with what I had trained for and what I directly contacted the Department of Commerce, the Department of State, and the Department of Defense in regards to this time 2 years ago. I was right on time. I was right on time contacting them in regards to this. You intentionally obstructed it. Not only so you could frame me, but you could engage in the most heinous crimes! What the fuck is the CIA retirement system doing, trumping the Department of fucking Defense? How long have you been allowing this to occur? Because it now appears that it goes all the way back to 2010. And instead of actually dealing with things appropriately, you just laundered it through what? Medicare? Because it's all of those Medicare billings that are coming due now. And you're allowing bullshit Social Security disability insurance and Medicare billings to be laundered through the retirement system for the CIA to traffic drugs instead of actually dealing with chemical weapons destruction. That's exactly what this says. I am not apologizing for my attitude. You needed to already remove those people. You needed to already prosecute them. You needed to already expose the crimes against humanity that you let the former governor of Texas get away with, in conjunction with what appears to be a number of state actors that massively overstep their authority. You are not hooking up any more stock options based upon trafficking and torturing me or anybody else, up to and including children, that it seems around the time you set this shit up in 2010, you also agreed to create futures agreements in regards to and just swap out. You got fucking totally busted. Fucking no way are you going to get away with this. And if you do not take action to fucking prosecute people now, you have no fucking choice.